Well guys, I'm here today at the start of a walk around Riversley Park. I'm going to show you a few things that's in the park and give you a little bit of talk on them as well. So first off, we come to this part. So we're going to take a little slow walk down here. This is the first monument we're coming to, and this is to do with the Gurkhas and that. So let me just give you a little bit of insight what I know about this one. It was erected here to commemorate the 200 years in honour of the memory of the 43,000 Gurkhas who gave their lives in the First and Second World War, and those who died in other conflicts. Now this was erected and put in place here in Nuneaton. Also on the day when it was officially opened, we had none other than TV star Joanna Lumley here. Now, as you might know and might not know, that Joanna Lumley's dad actually served alongside the Gurkhas back in the day. And Joanne herself was a huge campaigner to keep the Gurkhas in the United Kingdom, and successfully they have got residency now in the UK, especially here in Nuneaton, and we opened our arms to them. They're a fantastic bunch of people. Now if we just look over the road, if I can just show you, hold on a minute, that's the Gurkha pub over there that they got as well. So if you fancy a pint and you haven't been in there yet, go in there and have a look. So if we just pan back round and I'll start taking a little bit more walk around the park. So bear with me guys, there is a few things we can see around here. So as we take these few steps here, we'll be coming part to the gardens at the back of the museum and Registry Office. And this is the first flower bed we come to. So I'm going to take you a little walk around the flower bed. So like I said, if you've never been to this park and you are visiting Nuneaton, come and have a look. I will also, in the description at the bottom, will give you a brief history on this place and how it all evolved and became the public park for Nuneaton. And we just pan round here. This is the River Anker, part of the River Anker. But yeah, we'll go back to where the flowers are. And as you can see in front, that's part of the building of the Registry Office. Just up there. So yes, this is one part of the gardens. And you can always take a seat here. Now we're just going to come up to another memorial. This is part of the park as well. We just take a little stroll up here. So this is the other memorial in the park, the Royal Warwickshires. I'll just try and get nearer to it so you can see what it's all about. And that was the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. We just go down here a little bit. I'll just get it. And that's part of it as well. So yeah, that's the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. And that. So we'll go back down this way a little bit. So the building we're coming up to now is part of a joining building to the museum, and this is the Registry Office for your births, deaths, marriages, etc. So that's the Nuneaton Registry Office building. Drop a comment if you've been married here. It'd be interesting to know. So yeah, if we just pan around there, and if we just take it round there, so yeah, we're starting to come into the main park. I will try and get as much as I can in for you guys, because it's a hell of a big park. But if we look here, this is the big building. As I said, half of it's the Registry Office and the other half is the museum. Now we can't actually go into the museum if it's open. We're not allowed to film in there or even take photographs. But we can take you on the outside. So this is part of the Memorial Gardens here in Nuneaton. And if we just pan round in a minute. So that's the gardens here, and you'll be able to see the museum here. So if you ever visit Nuneaton and you've never been here before, here's one of the museums and art galleries to come and have a look at. There's some interesting stuff in there. And yes, this is the gardens. As you can see, there is some people around enjoying the good morning. So we just take a step down into the gardens, as you can see. If we just pan round, there's the museum itself. Now this statue here, originally it was over somewhere else. I think it was over that side. And it actually got stolen, what I heard, but they call this Old Bill. And that's some of the names, if you can actually see them. They've got the Volunteers, the Yeoman, Ambulance, Driscoll Scouts, REM Corps. So if you know anybody who was in them, drop a comment and let us know. And this is the other part of it. And now if we just pan up, that's Old Bill. And that. I'll just take a bit more round. And you've got the Fusiliers. So we'll just try and read some of these out for you. Private James Thompson, Private Thomas Munton, Private Thomas Bloxton. Died on active service. Private W. Jeffcott, Sergeant Albert Story, Private John Smith, Private Hodgkins, Private Fairfield Regulars, Lieutenant Brian Evans, Lieutenant Jeffrey Charles Evans, and Private Henry Adams. So there you go, folks. If you know any of them people, like I said, please drop a comment. It'd be interesting to know. So we take a little bit more walk up here, and as you can see, this is the War Memorial. So this is the big one to commemorate all those who fought in the different wars. There's a lot of names on here. It's very hard to see some of the names on here, but there we go. So if you know any of these, or they were family or parts of your family, drop a comment and let us know. We'll just take you around a bit more. Here's the Warwickshire Regiment, Oxford and Bucks, Leicestershire Regiment, King's Royal Rifle Corps, and we come to this one again. Where are we here? Royal Engineers, Seaforth Highlanders, Cavaliers, Royal Artillery, Machine Gun Corps, Royal Air Force, Royal Army Medical Corps, and other regiments, and Royal Navy and Royal Marines. So as I said, if you know anybody who served in these wars and who's on these packs, please let us know. So we come back to this one again, and we've got the Rifle Brigade, the Royal Fusiliers, Lancaster Fusiliers, York and Lancaster Regiment, South Lancaster Regiment, Worcestershire Regiment, Gloucestershire Regiment, South Staffordshire Regiment, Royal Berkshire Regiment, Devonshire Regiment, Sherwood Forest, Hampshire Regiment, Grenadier Guards, Coldstream Guards, and King's Own Scottish Borders. So there you have it, folks. As I said, drop a comment if you know anybody. So we just go down this way now. So this is part of the gardens as well in Nuneaton, in the park. The interesting about this pit, what I believe was there used to be a fountain, and it used to be like a little river coming through, and that, and there it is about there, on there. I don't know if you can see it, guys. I'm going to try and so yeah, it's a shame that it's not working anymore. So if you know when it was working and you've seen it, let us know in the comments. Be interesting to know. If you've got any pictures of it when it was working, let us know. Now we come to this one. That's another memorial. In a combination of those residents who were victims of the air raids over the borough during World War II, their memories will live on forever. November 1st, 2007, when it was erected. And then we come down to this one. And this is Raymond Owen, also known as Jess. He was a Royal Marine. I was actually here on the day when they opened this one up on this memorial for him. He was a well-known guy around the town of Nuneaton, and I believe he did some work as well in Sainsbury's. Yes, he was a very friendly guy. And now we come down to this one. This is Second Lieutenant Cecil Knox, Royal Engineer. Just there, 22nd of March 1918. And I was actually here on the day when they opened this one up as well. So there you have them, guys. So we'll take a little walk just up here. So this is the big park. They do have some events going on here in the summers times, and it is quite busy in the summer times with people. It's quite popular with dog walkers and with people just having a stroll. So we're approaching the bandstand in the park. Now there's the bandstand, guys. If anybody's got any recollections when they've seen any brass bands here or anything playing, drop that in the comments and let us know. It'd be interesting to know. I don't think it's used so much nowadays to what it did back in the day, but it would be nice to know. And in the background you can hear the church bells. As you can see, we've got some more people here with their dogs. And this little fella's just come to say hello. But yes, this park's quite popular with people walking. So we're just going to take you down these few steps. Now I believe back in the day, if we just get down here, you'll see some of the ducks. But what I've seen, that this used to be popular for a boating lake back in the day, and they used to use boats on here. Now if you was one of them people who used to go on the boats here, drop a comment and let us know. And if you've got any pictures of it, let us know. But yes, this was a popular boating lake back in the day. It's a shame we've not got the boats now, and it'd be nice to see. But as you can see, all the ducks are out here. Quite popular with the kids when they see the ducks, they love it. Let me just take you back up here, guys. Just spotted this up here, guys. I'm going to have a look. I won't be able to film that, guys. I do apologise. It's in respect to the family. But yes, we're just going to approach one of the bridges here. Here's some more dog walkers. And this is one of the bridges over the water of the River Anker. And there we go again with the River Anker. And that dog's got his frisbee. I won't actually go into the park, guys, but we have got a children's big play area here. So if you've got children, you're coming into Nuneaton, like I said, as a visitor, you can always bring them down here to go into the park and into the play area. And there's plenty of seating if you just want to sit and reflect. But that's the park, guys, for the children. And it's got all sand everywhere and that, so it's like a beach. We're going to come up to a second bridge in a minute. There's the water again. And just before we go to the second bridge, just take you just round here in a minute. That is some information there about this place. Some of the history at the top and other little bits they've got here. So like I say, if you're new to the area, you've just come in as a visitor, here's the map. Now you'll probably wonder why this has got the name Lewis. Well, I'll explain it to you in a minute, guys. There's another entrance to the play area for the kids. So, this is another one, guys. This was Fusilier Lewis Carter, who died in the service of his country on the 16th of August 2009. I believe he was killed in Afghanistan. And that, but this tree behind was planted and that for him, and that. So yes, he gave his service, and we come back down to this area, and there's the bigger part of the museum. And there's another information board, guys, just the same as the other one. And where these benches are, it's where the cafe is. So when it's opened and you want to come down here and fancy a cuppa, this is where the cafe is. Take you up here for a minute, and this will tell you when it's open and that. So yeah, come down here and have a coffee or a cup of tea and a slice of cakes. So this is the third bridge, guys. And there's the other part of the water, that side. I don't know if you can see Mr. Duck down there. And here's some more on the river. Well, I'm going to end it here now, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed doing it. Please drop your comments and likes down below, much appreciated. And tell us some of your memories of this park back in the day.